the dynamic duo is back for a second time, and hopefully twice time's a charm. So today I saw 22 Jump Street with a bunch of my friends, and we just wanted to go into this film wanting to see a great comedy with a great, clever certain scenes with it, and overall this is very, very clever, really well done, great acted, and hilarious moments within the film. And overall, was I disappointed, or did we leave the theater with our smiles on our face? Oh, I don't know. Is Ice Cube hilarious? Yes. And this film is just awesome. First off, I want to say this. Even though I usually don't like Channing Tatum, like he's this weird actor, he is surprisingly very good in this movie. And to me, just like with the first film, he just granted this whole new type of performance or type of character he has to him. He's just so much more funnier and so much more likable, and he has this really charming comedic duo to himself. In comparison with that, with Jonah Hill and Ice Cube, it's gonna make you laugh your ass off. It really was fucking funny. It was so fucking funny. And nothing I want to say is that this film just has like 95% of the times in this film, like I want to say because this film does have a few moments where the comedic moments aren't that great. 90% of the comedy in this film works, and it works wonderfully. And I want to say that too because some of the timing, some of the editing, and some of the way it's shot is so unbelievably hysterical. It really makes us laugh, and it makes me laugh hard at scenes. Like, there's some moments where I had me and my friends just almost losing our throats because we were laughing so freaking hard. The way this film has such a clever story and such a creative script points on it, like we're throwing at this joke now and now and now, and throwing in emotional moments appropriately. Learn that, everyone, learn that, because this film has very appropriate moments for dramatic moments. Like, these type of characters are making certain types of changes in their viewpoints of their certain situations, which makes it a lot more understandable and relatable at times. And these are very relatable characters we're seeing on here. And above all things is like some of the conflicts, some of the editing and the focus and the directing of the film, which is great too. And overall, I thought the story was, in the way it went, was so funny and so clever, and it was just doing its own certain thing, and this film is just great for that. And while with all that praise I'm giving it, is it perfect? Not really. I'd probably just say number one problem I have with this film, which is the biggest, is that where the first film felt like a bit more like a traditional movie where there's like the lead up and there's like the big final climax at the end of the film. This film, it seems like the big final climax was in the middle, and then it shifts settings, and it really, in my view, threw the film off balance because the way it felt and the way the film was trying to balance those two settings was a bit distracting, because I felt like one setting for me was a bit more memorable and outstanding, where the other one was memorable and outstanding. It just wasn't that great in comparison to the first. And I also overall thought the ultimate drug lord in this, well, it was funny because you just didn't know this character was going to do it, because that was pretty clever. But this character, who you knew from earlier in the film, I'm not spoiling the character, but that character, when you realize she was, when the character was like this, the big drug dealer in the movie, and while the expectation or the thought process for that was clever, it wasn't that funny because I thought the character for itself was pretty lame, and I think the film kind of knew that at times. But I'm like, if you're going over this type of character, make her a bit more interesting, or give her a bit more of a clever edge, because she was just the same character from the beginning. It seemed like she didn't learn or she didn't evolve as the film went, and that's not realistic. I hate to be a nitpicky asshole, but that's how I'm gonna be with this film. And this film just has some, and I also thought, a lot of people have been saying that the ending credits were just the best part of the film. I thought they were okay. Yeah, I thought the ending. I've heard a lot of people say this. The ending was so funny. It's like, for me, it was okay and it was clever and it was alright, but I don't think it was as funny as a comparison to the earlier scenes. Um, and the more other thing for me of that was that when the angle on the film when we're going that a certain way for me when they were entering that realm was a bit too odd and a bit too awe-inspiring. What the hell was I talking about there? But whatever. Overall, I thought 22 Jump Street was definitely the the only comedy I've seen this year. I wish I saw Neighbors because that movie looked really funny. But I thought 22 Jump Street was just a great comedy from already a great remake or a great idealistic for a film that came out in 2012. And I thought overall, I just thought the film was very, very good. Even though, yeah, I do admit the villain wasn't all that interesting or wasn't that interesting of a choice. And I thought the final climax or the final part of the film wasn't as great as the earlier parts. Um, overall, but overall, I will say 22 Jump Street is truly worth seeing for the price of admission in the movie theater. And overall, even though I thought the final climax area of it went pretty good, it wasn't as strong as the first, and I thought overall the main drug person, who the number one person behind all of it, wasn't that. I would say, but she wasn't. The character wasn't that great overall. It's like the film just has so many good moments in it, and it seems such a smart and clever comedy that you gotta see. Overall, I will give 22 Jump Street and a strict 80%. So everyone, thank you for your time. I hope you enjoyed my review. Tell me what you thought of the movie in your own opinion down there in the comment description down below. Thank you for watching, everyone, and remember, stay strong, and I will see you in the next review. So bye.